Okay, so we are going to start with the standard functionality chapter, that is chapter 1. Okay, let me log into Smart Policy. Okay, right. The moment I log into Smart Policy will show you a dashboard page. Now the dashboard page gives you a current state of your business. Yeah, so you can see here, and it will show the moment you log in, the dashboard will show you the statistics of the current branch and your user. Okay, right. You can choose the branch and you can say fetch, and you will get the whole. And you can also remove the user and fetch, so you can get the whole statistic of your business across all your branches. Okay, so the dashboard page, let me give you a quick brief and overview on the dashboard page. The dashboard page will show you what are the total cover notes issued for the day, what are the policies expired, what are the forthcoming renewals, the pending claims, and then which are the claims that are cross deadlines among these ones, and then what is the total premium booked for the month, for the quarter, and for the year, and then what is the total outstanding. Then as you scroll down, you will see business by chart. A business by chart would be it would show you the current business that has been done. Now since we have not done any business, we have not transacted any business so far, so nothing is appearing here, and we're going to see how it looks like when you transact any business. Then you will see insurance times news. This is a news feed that you will be receiving on your dashboard. This is insurance news for across Africa regarding the insurance. Then you will have claims diary will show you the activities that you are supposed to do in the claim. This is a kind of a reminder mechanism for you. So for example, if you see this first diary record, it says Karim Jamal, documents to be received from Karim Jamal. The follow-up date was 2nd October, and since this is not yet met, it is still appearing. The moment it is met, you can simply click this, and it will go away the next time. Alright, and then you have payment due from clients. As you can see here, total outstanding, and if you scroll down, it will tell you this outstanding is coming from is coming from where. So these are the customers who have not paid you. So you can see this guy, he has not paid you for almost these many days. So you consider that as a bad debt, because this many days if someone is not paying you, that means I don't know where the customer has gone now. Alright, so this is dashboard. Okay, a simple and a quick overview of the dashboard. Menus, Smart Policy menus are here. Okay, and you have standard menus, you have dashboard menu, you have operations menu. Everything to do with the operations is in the operations menu. So one menu that you will be working mostly would be operations menu. Okay, and the operations menu will do everything that is required for your business operation on day in day out basis. Then you will have accounting menu, so to do with your general accounting. Well, general accounting is another area that we'll be covering separately. Then you have setup menu. As I said, setup is required for you to parameterize your system to work according to your need. So setup menu will help you doing that with various setups. You can do company profile, you can set your commissions, your sequences, your underwriting content you can set. So this is all about setup menu, and we're going to see that in much more detail. And then reports. When you come to reports, you will have all the reports that you require are in the reports menu. So when you click on reports, all reports, you will see all the reports that are required for you to monitor and track your business. So primarily, and then you see logout button here. So primarily, if you see, you have dashboard menu, you have operations menu, you have setup menu, you have reports, and you have a logout menu. Alright, so these are standard menus in Smart Policy. Okay, so since we have seen the standard menus in Smart Policy, let us see the standard screens in Smart Policy. So let me take you to a simple screen called client screen on the setup menu. Okay, to show you how standard screens in Smart Policy works. So as you can see, this is a client screen here, and one point to note that all the screens in Smart Policy are very common. So you go to any functionality of Smart Policy, you will see similar kind of screen appearing. So if you understand this one screen well, you will understand the whole of Smart Policy. Okay, so let me explain you what this screen is all about, what this standard screen is all about. So you will have you see the screen is divided into two parts. This part that you can see, I'm hovering my mouse here, this is called search part, and the below part is called a data part. Okay, so for example, if I have to search anything, so what I'll do is I'll simply say Tanveer, for example, and click on a button here called search. Now all the clients with the name of Tanveer will be listed out here. Okay, so I hope that makes it very clear. This is called a search part, and this is called the data part, the result part of it. Okay, so I can search the name called John, and I can say search, and then you can see all the Johns are appearing. You can have specific search by having specific name, for example, and you can search. So you can have John Frank here. You see, right? So search button will take the filters. You can filter the data using these boxes here on top. So for example, if you can say refresh, so refresh button is used to clear off the screen, clear off the search. You can search by mobile number, for example, 255 686 083 190, for example, and I say search, so it is going to search with that. You see, everyone is having the same number. It's not possible. Now this is a demo system, so you can see similar number appearing everywhere. So this is how the search would work. Now you can have multiple search criteria. You can say Tanveer once again here, and say search, then look at this, there are the three Tanveers sharing the same number. Alright, so this is how the search works, and this is how the refresh works. When you click on the refresh button, what happens is it clears off your search, and your screen is back to its original state. Alright, so now you can see you have seen search button, you have seen refresh button. Let us see what is the home button. So if you click on home button, what happens is you will go back to your dashboard page. Alright, okay, so now let me go back to the client screen once again. Here it is. Fantastic. And now here it is. So we have seen search button, how search works with these search parameters here. We have seen refresh button and the home button, right? Now let us see how add works. What is add button? Now in Smart Policy, any new record you want to add, whether you want to add a new customer, a new policy, or whatever you want to do new, you want to create something new, there is only one button called add. That's it. Okay, so I'm going to click on add to add new customer, for example. So I'm going to add, for example, Mr. David, for example. I say David. Now you see, when I'm saying David, what happens is all the Davids are listing out here. So system will guide you, system will tell you whether you are re-entering the same customer again. So I'm going to say David, you can say David Beckham, for example. Beckham, for example. Okay, if the spelling is correct. I'm not a football guy. Alright, so here it is. Okay, David Beckham is an individual. Okay, he can be a corporate, so if you can select SME, or you can select corporate. So if he's a corporate customer, then you can say like what sort of corporate business type it is. So you can have that, right? I'm saying he's an individual. Now when he's an individual, okay, he can be a client or a supplier, or he can be a both. So this is the entity that you need to select. So he's a client, for example. Then as part of KYC, it is good for you to enter most of the information about your client. So for example, you want to capture the license number. So this is the license number. What is his birth date, for example? I don't know what is the birth date of David Beckham, but let me just put something like this. Okay, and the 10 is this, for instance. and then I'm going to capture the address. So for example, PO box is 5192 and Dar es Salaam, for example, Tanzania, for instance. Okay, and I'm going to capture the mobile number. That's my mobile number, 190, for example. Now you see, the moment I enter the mobile number, system will denote me that this number has been already used. So system will guide you that you are, just to let you know that you are not re-entering the same customer again. It avoids duplication. So these are duplication checks for you to not recreate the customer. Okay, all right, and then here it is. You can save, and that's it. You can see David Beckham is listed out here. I hope this is making sense. Yeah, so this is how the customers are created. Now for example, you want to edit this particular customer, so what you can do is you can use this button called edit. All right, edit. So you click on edit. So you say no, the spelling is wrong, it is something like this, Beckham, for example, right? And you say update. Here it is, you see. Sorry. Okay, so what happens was yeah, so Beckham got corrected. Here it is. All right, so there is a button called edit button that we have seen. This is a display button. Display button will open up some additional information for you to see, right? So we have seen these two buttons, and there is one more button called delete button. So when you say delete, once again the screen will appear for you to verify that is this the same record you want to delete. You say yes. When you say yes, delete. So what will happen is it is going to delete the record logically, not physically. So anything in this system is not physically deleted. Everything that you enter into the system and you want to delete it, it is only logically deleted and not physically. Yeah, and now that's it. Now once you delete this customer from here, it will not appear in any list. Mr. David Beckham will not appear in any list anywhere. Making sense on that? All right. So now for example, you want to bring back Mr. David Beckham. So what you will do is you will say edit here, and you will simply say update. That's it. The record is back to approved state, and now Mr. David Beckham will appear everywhere where you want to now create the policy or anything else for that matter. All right, so what we have seen in this particular screen is we have seen these buttons: search, add, refresh, and home buttons. We know how these buttons are used, and we have also seen how search works. We have also seen how you add a new customer, and then once you have a customer in place, then we know how do you use these buttons. These are called data buttons. Every data will have its own button. For example, once again, when I say David, I say search. So if I have to modify Margaret David, I will be selecting Margaret David edit button, and I'll be doing whatever changes I want it to do, and I'm going to update that. You see, so that is how it works. This is how the screen in Smart Policy works, and I hope that you will take maximum time to understand this one screen so that you can continue with other sections on Smart Policy. Once again, I would like to say that if you understand this one screen nicely and properly, rest of the screens are going to be very easy for you to work with.